Am I live? I am live. There you are. What's up, everybody? Life is good. Life is good. Today, we are talking about creativity. If you didn't know, now you know, but it's about creativity. We're here streaming on TikTok and also YouTube. Today's topic is about creativity. Hey, April. What's up, Wisdom? We're going to do something very wonderful today. And we are going to dissect, travel. We are going to become creativity. And I understand a lot of people don't think creativity is for you, that maybe creativity is mere child's play. You think that creativity is something only children should partake in. You ever wonder why? I'm gonna let more people get into the stream before I start, because I almost went on. I almost went into it. I don't want to go into it right now. But before we get started, yes, get your popcorn. Because really, this is about you. This is not even about me. This is about you. I go live once a week and I talk about serious things. I don't battle. I don't argue with people. I used to have people on as like guests, but that doesn't really add value to the people watching it. But I go live once a week and I am here specifically for serious topics. Today is about creativity. You might not think creativity is serious. I'm here to let you know it's quite possibly the most serious thing you could ever experience. Creativity. So, before we get started, I want everybody to tell me, where are you from? What, where are you residing at right now? And you don't have to look at me. You can put the phone down and walk across the room. But this is something, I guess, to kind of get started. Washington, D.C. You know, I used to live in the D.C. area. D.C., a little bit south, Manassas. But actually, I lived in Old Town, Alexandria. And that was a wonderful time. I used to go to the National Harbor almost every day. Almost every day. It was wonderful. I love the National Harbor. I love the DC area. There's a lot. Oh, Arizona. You know, I'm born and raised in Tucson, Miss April. Berkeley, California. Careful out there in Cali. I heard it's going to split off from the United States. Just joking. Well, no, I did hear that, but I don't know. I don't know. There you go. People are starting to trickle in. Just a few more folks. Oh, you know what helps? Um, if people could if you can, if you can't, that's fine. But maybe a little bit of taps that usually helps. But I'm about to start here shortly. I promise. I will get in here shortly. Earthquake. New Zealand. I've spoken to a few people from New Zealand. Um, I had one person I was actually coaching who lived in New Zealand. She was great. Um, I helped her out in her empath gift, and now she's living the dream, as many would say. She found a husband, or a husband found her, and she's now pregnant. She opened up a business. It's doing really well. I'm very proud of her. There's these accomplishments are good. Well, you know, having your bags packed and ready to go. Remember, your intuition is something from the other side that's talking to you. All right. So anyway, thank you for the love. Thank you for the taps. Let's get started. Creativity. What is it? What is creativity? Creativity, many people think that it only exists when you are painting a picture or coloring in a coloring book. Or maybe you're playing with Legos or Play-Doh. Creativity. You think that it's something a 3-year-old has to experience. Like, do you ever wonder why story time is a thing for children? The new humans who know nothing about life, who know nothing about taxes and nothing about inflation and nothing about nutrition. They know nothing. They came from infinity. God put them here. Or maybe the devil. Because the devil has children too. Don't be mistaken. The devil also has children. But why is story time a thing that children are involved with so much? It's because humans learn best in stories, but story time is a thing that we can inject creativity in to then mold how we view the world, how we create our world. And there's a difference between the world and the earth. Okay? Earth is the name of our planet. World, we all live in our own world. And your world is different from mine. How? Well, because I might be colorblind. I might not be able to see the color green. You might be able to see it. So my world is different than yours. Or I might not have a hand. I might only have a nub. And as a result, my world is different than yours. Story time is an indication of how serious creativity is. We chose story time to teach children the importance of love, to teach children the importance of being nice or being kind, the importance of, listening to your parents. We put all of that in stories. Yes, you as a parent or a teacher, you may have, told your child or the children, don't be scared at night, or don't eat cakes all the time. Eat your vegetables first. They may have heard you, they've understood you, and they acknowledged and they even accepted it, but something didn't stick. Now you have to open up story time at night. You open up your book at night and you show them the photos. Like, look at that. Yeah? And they're sitting there with their blankets up over their head or up to their head, and they're looking, listening, taking it all in. And now they will change forever. Now from here on out, they're not going to be scared of the dark. Now from here on out, they're not going to be afraid of like they're going to know the importance of nutrition, of why broccoli is good for you, and why eating cake first is bad. Story time is valuable. When we inject creativity into stories, your life changes. Now, okay. Creativity. What is it? Well, it sounds a lot like the Creator, God. But let's look up the definition. Because how do you know the word if you don't know the word? Don't worry. I got you. Creativity. Character or faculty of being creative. Character or faculty of being creative. Now, what does creative mean? Here we go. We're going down a rabbit hole. Everything you come in contact with, you need to examine it. And to examine something, you need to naturally be curious. Okay? Curiosity, if you take the curiosity out of examination, it becomes an interrogation. Does that make sense? If you take the curiosity out of examination, it then becomes an interrogation or an investigation. Okay? Thank you. Now, creativity, the word creativity, it means character or faculty of being creative. Oh, sorry, I didn't click it. I thought I did. So, creative. The word creative means having the quality or function of creating. You see how these work, they just kind of stack on top of each other like Legos. So we still really didn't get down to the meat and potatoes. Creative means having the quality or function of creating. So we really don't know what creativity means. All right, so let's just go to what does the word create mean? Create means to bring into being. To bring into being, like life. Like you are a being. I am a being. The tree is a being. My dog is a being. A worm is a being. So to bring into being, that means create. That's what create means. So creativity, if you break down it all, it means character or faculty of being able to bring into being, to bring into life, to bring into existence. So, creativity, spiritually speaking, what is it? Creativity is intuition. I will tell you that. Number one, creativity is intuition. It's a type of intuition. Intuition, many people assume that it's just a gut feeling. You just want to, not talk to him or her, or not talk to them outside of, or maybe you shouldn't drive down this road, or maybe you think that your car is going to, break down, or maybe you just have this good feeling about something today, or this bad feeling, that's intuition. Okay, but it's more than just that. There's a wide range of what intuition actually is. But intuition, the word intuition means spiritual perception. Okay, intuition, it means spiritually or spiritual perception. So if you have intuition, well, let me put it in human form. Intuition is how you, us, me, we as humans look at, observe God in motion or the devil in motion. That's intuition. You can be, many people think intuition is only a good thing. Like it's only beneficial for you. It's only productive. Like, oh, I should have known not to talk to him. You know, your intuition can tell you to do bad things as well. Like worry. Worry is intuition. That's a very easy example. Okay? And worry is when you are looking at the devil and his plan of destruction. If you are experiencing worry, then that means the devil or a demon is possessing you. And they are directing your spirit to look at a form of destruction for your path. Once you look at that destruction, you experience something. It's kind of like when you jump into a pool. When you jump into a pool outside, the water, and all the sensation over your body, that chilly sensation, that refreshing, right? When you look at something in spirit, you experience something, okay? When you are looking at worry, when you are looking at the devil's plan for destruction, you experience worry. That's what worry is, okay? When you are looking at the devil's plan for your destruction, you experience this thing called worry. Worry is intuition, okay? Creativity is also intuition. Yes, creativity is also intuition. Thank you guys for the love, for the taps, for all that good stuff. And welcome everybody on YouTube. Thank you for being here. There's nobody on YouTube, but I still thank them anyway, because they'll watch this later, because it's going to be posted to my page. So we now know creativity is a character or faculty of being able to bring things into existence. So how can you be creative? Can you be creative? Is creation or is creativity an expression, or is it something you communicate? And why do I just keep talking about words? Do you think God designed words to repeat after itself, to be redundant? Do you think God made the word apple to explain a type of thing in existence? Then he made the word orange or the apple seed that's inside of it? Do you think that he made those two words similar to mean the same thing? No, God is not redundant. God is not in the business of repeating parts. And you can just see that in existence. There's nothing ever that is the same. Ever. Life is always different. Life itself is always different. Nothing in life is exactly the same, even identical twins. Find me an identical set of twins that are exactly the same. You won't, because one, right? They have different perspectives. Okay, they always will have a different perspective about a thing. Yes, are they connected? Absolutely. But creativity, let's get back on topic. Okay, being able to bring, or the character or faculty of being able to bring life into existence. So there is a difference between existence and reality. There is a difference between existence and there is a difference between reality. I want you to imagine a blackboard, like a chalkboard. You know, the teacher would go up to the front of the class and she would write something on the board, like 1 plus 1 is 2. The blackboard, what she's writing on, let's say that is existence. There's nothing on it. Nothing. There's nothing is nothing. Nothing is not even nothing. Nothing is nothing. Like, and this is where our brains can't like really fully comprehend it. Nothing is nothing. There's known, the unknown, and the unknowable. Nothing is less than unknowable. Like that's not that's mind blowing. Nothing is less than unknowable. Because even the unknowable things exist. Okay? So existence is the blackboard of what creativity is. All right? The chalk that the teacher writes, 1 plus 1, that is reality. Reality comes from existence. Reality only enters as you are walking by, as you are interacting with different parts of existence. Reality pertains to what is real. Okay? There's a saying, and maybe I should ask you this. If a tree falls in the forest with nobody there, does it make a sound? What do you think? If a tree falls in the forest, does it actually make a sound? Yes, of course, the sound exists. Okay? The sound exists, but it is not real, meaning it's not in reality. Reality is always relative. See these words? They're similar. So reality is always relative to you. Okay? If you can't see it, it's not real, but it may exist. If you can't hear it, it's not real, but it may actually exist. If you can't touch it, it's not real, but it does exist. Existence and reality are two different things. And if you are trying to develop your spiritual gifts, your discernment, you need to be critical about these two, especially when it comes to creativity. The sound does exist, but it's not real. It exists. If a thing exists, then it is in existence. Does Pluto exist? Yes. Is it real? No. It exists, but it's not real. And people are always going to look at you strange. But remember, if you are a genius trying to talk to normal people, you're always going to look like a fool. Don't argue with simpletons. Okay? Don't ever argue with simpletons. What was I saying? Sorry. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the love. Okay? But now, just because the okay, let's go back to the chalkboard analogy. Okay? I need some lotion on this thing. All right. So when you are looking at the chalkboard and what the teacher just wrote on the chalkboard. Okay, the chalkboard is existence, and the writing is reality. Okay, the chalkboard is existence. The writing on the chalkboard is what we call reality. The way the chalk got onto the chalkboard so all the students can see is called creativity. Okay? It's called creativity. Bringing something from existence into reality is called creativity. So here's a crazy concept. Everything exists. Okay, let me say that again. Everything exists. There's nothing. That's a true concept. Everything exists. Everything. Everything exists. The concept of everything, its existence. Yes, everything is energy. So, the process of getting things from existence into reality is called creativity. There's another name for creativity. It's 3 letters, S-E-X. S-E-X. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to get kicked off of these platforms. So when you are bringing, or when God brings anything from existence into reality, it's called creativity. It's also called SEX. Now I have a question for you guys. Is there a thing, anything that is brought into reality without another organism, without the process of SEX, of a meeting with something else, combining, injecting, and then producing? Is there anything in existence, down to the single cell organism, that is outside of that process? Even aliens, I'm sure, have to do some type of procreation activity, whether it's like science tubes or like transformation or something. That's how God designed all of everything. Creativity. Okay? For TikTok, this is for YouTube. Okay? Since everything is brought into being through the process of creativity, then we can say that everything is creative. Everything has a degree of creativity. We have to. We have to have a degree of creativity. And if you were on my last live, you will know that I definitely had, I broke down the three different types of things that God created. There's three different things that God created. There's the creation from lowest to highest. There's the creation, there's the creature, and then there's the creator. The creation, the creature, and then there's the creator. Okay? The creation, it's like rocks, a pencil, your phone, your stairs. It can be a planet, it can be a black hole. A creation, they are there for you to use as a step stool, for you to use as a prop, to use for you to use to like make a desk out of. Creations cannot communicate; they can only express. Okay, creations can only express; they cannot communicate with anything. The word communicate, it means to make information common. So right now I'm communicating to you. Okay? If you are ever in person, you might not say any words. You might just be like, you might look, give them the look. That's communication too. Body language. Okay? So there's all types of communication, but creation cannot communicate. They only can express. The word express, it means to push out. Imagine like a clay mold. I don't have any clay molds here, but like a Play-Doh, being squeezed through like the mold, and it just sprouts out and falls over, right? That's expressed. That's what the word express means. Okay? That's existence. That's what existence is. It's pure expression. Everything has to express. It must express. Communication is different. Remember, communication is different. Everything in existence must express. It must push out. It must, show its colors, dance. It must show how loud it is or how quiet it is. It must show how long its hair is, like something. It must express. Okay? Then the next one is called a creature. Creatures are creepy, crawly things. They're your dogs, your cats, your horses, your single-cell organisms, your ants, your worms, your hippopotamus, your, whatever. Your creature, all your insects, all the fish in the sea, all the birds in the sky, okay? You are not a creature. All right? But your creatures have the ability to communicate. They can make information common. Your dog can talk to you, maybe not in human language. They might bark and it's time for them to eat or time to get them to go outside. They're communicating. A toothbrush cannot tell you how it feels. Okay, a toothbrush cannot communicate. Okay? Now, you are the creator. You are not the creator. You are a creator. A creator. There's the creator, which is God, the Almighty, Yahweh. Then he made us in his image, mankind in his image, man and woman in his image. God made us in his image. Then he later made Eve. Okay? And that's a whole different story. Okay? But man and woman, we are the creator. We are a creator. We have the ability to be creative. A dog cannot be creative. Not like let me take that back. I take that back. Okay, internet, I take that back. A dog can be creative. It can dig a hole and live in there. It's almost like resourceful. But a human, we can dig a hole and live in there. We can also build planes. We can paint, we can dance, we can do all of the other things. Oh, okay, there you go. Sorry, guys. So, being creative, um, being a creator, we experience creativity on. So we are able to experience creativity on a different level. Okay, all of God's creations, right? A creator, a creature, and a creation all experience creativity differently. Okay, since creativity is intuition, okay, there's something about how we experience creativity, or we can experience creativity. We can be creative in a productive way or in a destructive way. We can be creative doing God's work, or we can be creative doing the devil's work. We can be destructively creative or progressively creative. So then we have to figure out what creativity is as far as the intuition type. What exactly is creativity? What type of intuition is creativity? Creativity is spiritual order. It is a spiritual command. God is commanding you to go this way, or the devil is commanding you to go this way. Yeah, we need to get some of these demons out of the comment section. Now, we when we are okay, so creativity always follows it always follows instinct. Instinct is a type of intuition. The word instinct, it means impulse, like poof, impulse. When you just have that instinct, instinct is the action arm of intuition. Okay, instinct is the action arm of all of intuition. When you see joy in motion, it moves instinctively. Okay, when you see worry in motion, it moves instinctively. Okay, and there's a difference between emotions and intuition. Okay, like joy is not an emotion. Joy is intuition. All right, it feels good. It feels very pleasant, but when intuition is here and you obey it, when you are obeying intuition, you are creative. When you are obeying intuition, you are creative. When you are obeying the joy that is inside of you, you are expressing joy creatively. Your joy flower is blossoming. Okay, it's moving up, but it's doing it in its own way. Okay, if you are obeying doubt, doubt is another type of intuition. You are obeying it, you are moving in doubt, in that type of intuition, but you're doing it creatively. You have to understand creativity is a spiritual order. Okay? It comes right after instinct. Once you have the order, you carry it out with creativity. A dog cannot carry things out in creativity. Like not not creatively. A dog, I know many people think dogs have emotions, and dogs don't have emotions. Dogs only have instinct. Dogs are pure instinct. Cats are pure instinct. And that can be seen when you put food in front of them, or when they are having intercourse with like when two dogs are having physical intercourse. It almost appears painful, like they don't want to do it, like something else is taking over their body. And as soon as they're done, it's like they get like they go and live life like it didn't even happen. Something was controlling them. That's instinct. Okay? Instinct, the impulse, that is where the creative energy resides in dogs, cats, creatures. Okay? They have no ability to control their creativity. Their creativity lies in instinct. And instinct, nothing, when you are pure instinct, you have zero say in how things happen. Dog, cat, animal, a rock, if you are instinct, you decrease to the most basic form of existence, which is creation. You are nothing more than a rock. You are nothing more than a piece of grass. When you don't control your own motions, when you allow instinct to act as your creativity, you find yourself doing strange things. You need I'm not gonna say you need. I can't say that. I need some water. Okay. So, yes, instinct is the expression of intuition. And I did not say communication. Expression, to push out. Instinct is how intuition is pushed out. Okay? Instinct is how creativity is pushed out through dogs. Instinct is how joy is pushed out through you. Instinct is how colors are pushed out through the blade of grass. Instinct. Instinct, it means impulse. Okay? But when you are pure instinct, you are nothing more than just pure impulse. You're impulsive, you're like a bomb, just keep going off everywhere, But creativity is intuition. It follows instinct. It precedes instinct. It comes after instinct. Instinct and creativity are both intuition. Remember what intuition is. Intuition is not a gut feeling. That's lazy thinking. We don't do lazy thinking in this house. In this school, we don't do lazy thoughts. We don't think lazily. We don't just accept an idea or a concept and don't examine it. You need to examine everything. Examine everything. I teach people to examine everything that comes into your brain or mind. If you don't, you can never shift your mind. You cannot have a mind shift. Shifting your mind first starts with words, understanding the words, and then challenging and examination. You need to examine everything. Be suspicious of where these ideas came from. The word idea, it means a concept in the mind of God. That's what the word idea means. If you have an idea, you didn't come up with your ideas. I didn't come up with my ideas. All the ideas are implanted in us. Idea is actually another branch of intuition. You can have demonic ideas, destructive ideas, demoralizing ideas, intrusive thoughts. They call them intrusive thoughts. Your ideas are not yours. Your thoughts are yours. But when you process ideas, that's called thinking. When you process, also when you process what you are taking in, like what you are seeing, what you're hearing, what you're tasting, what you're smelling, what you're touching, what you are feeling, okay, your intuition is part of your intellect as well. And intellect is how you paint your world. Creativity is spiritual order. It's a spiritual command. Okay? Creativity is a spiritual command. You are following worry. Worry in motion, worry when you are making decisions out of worry, you are doing it creatively. When you are making decisions out of joy, you are doing it creatively. When you are making decisions out of doubt, you are doing it creatively. Okay, creativity is a spiritual order. It's not always good. Creativity is not always a good thing. You have to understand that the devil also has children. Okay? God has children. You might be a chosen one. The devil also has children. His kingdom. The devil wants people to produce for him as well, to protect his ideas as well. You have to do that creatively. So when you have doubt, you are supporting the devil's kingdom. We don't do that here. It's God's land. I think I lost some followers doing that. I think some people left the chat because I said that. All right. Creativity in real life. Let's talk about that. Creativity in real life. You know, when you have sight. Let's look at sight. Sight is when you open the coloring book or your storybook, your Dr. Seuss book, and you immediately see the whole page. That's sight. Okay? Well, excuse me. That's not sight. Sight is a faculty of your eye. Sight is how you take things in. Excuse me. Sight is not just with your eyes. I apologize. My brain is going a lot of places. Sight, sight is best done with your eyeballs, but you can see with your hands. You can see with your feet. You can see with your tongue. You can see with your ears, but you don't do it very well doing that. Okay? You don't see well with your ears, but if you close your eyes and somebody drops something into a glass of water and they say, "What did I just drop into this glass of water?" Based on how it sounds, you can make a good guess. You know, oh, it's a marble, or it's a block, or it's a rock, right? So you are seeing something. And then there's a thing called visualization. I always say that word wrong. Visualization. To visualize. Okay, a vision. Visions are a type of sight. Observation is a type of sight. Attention is a type of sight. Okay, that's what I wanted to get to. Attention. When you have attention, when you are attentive, your observation, your sight is so concentrated. It's so concentrated into a single thing. So if you are paying attention to this right here, okay? If you're paying attention to this, yes, you can see everything else around, but we call that a peripheral, okay? That's not your area of focus, okay? And focus produces your attention. Focus produces your attention. When you focus, it brings clarity, okay? Clarity is what brings you to your attention. Hello, Kim. Focus is what brings you to your attention. Now, attention drains or uses the superpower that humans have called creativity. Your attention is your attention is what uses your creativity. What you pay attention to, you use in the dollar bills called creativity. You pay with creativity. It uses your energy. That's like when you are focused on and paying attention to your computer all day. Why do you get so exhausted typing up an essay? Because you get exhausted because you're using your creativity. You didn't know you can be bored and get exhausted from being bored because you might be paying attention to the wrong thing. You even have to be bored creatively. You can't just be bored mundane. It's true. It's true. Now, you need to protect your creativity. The energy called creativity. You need to protect it. Hey, Janet. Now, how do you protect it? You need to not use or not pay attention to things of that are not in your path, that are not in your purpose. Okay? I don't like distractions. Get these out of here. Now, when you are, for example, let's say you're scrolling on TikTok, man or woman, and you see this attractive person, but they are presenting themselves as attractive. They're leading with their sexual energy. You know, the women who are twerking or the men who have their shirt off. You know, they're the aggressively attractive people. You might think somebody is attractive, but are they pulling for you to pay attention to their physique, their energy, their lips, their muscles, their booty? Like, they're aggressively attractive people. You know who I'm talking about. And just because somebody is attractive does not mean they are aggressively attractive. Now, if you are paying attention to them, you're ruining your creativity. You're ruining your genius. Creativity supplies your genius. It supplies your spirit the gas for it to move. It supplies your intuition. If you lack creativity, you also lack the ability to detect intuition. I mean that. If you lack creativity, you can't receive new ideas. You won't be able to experience joy. You won't be able to experience things that are of intuition, bliss, celebration. You won't be able to experience those things. It's true. I mean, it's true. Creativity is the gas that you put in your car, the car called intuition. Creativity is the gas. If you, what you pay attention to, your attention is like your foot on the gas pedal. And it doesn't matter what you pay attention to. If you're paying attention to destructive things, you're still going to push that pedal down. You're going to use more creativity. The more attention you are giving this thing, the more creativity depletes from you. Is this making sense? Am I making sense to people? Creativity is the most valuable spiritual asset that you have. Period. It is the most valuable spiritual asset that you have. Far beyond anything else. It's creativity. The number one thing is creativity. Protect your creativity. When you are experiencing that that urge to release your sexual energy, don't do it. You have a lot of creativity. It's so much. It's palpable. It's tangible. You can almost touch it. Don't journal. Stop and journal, or stop. Have patience. Have patience. Sit in silence. Feel it. It's fine. It's not going to destroy you. The devil wants you to believe that it will destroy you. If you don't release, it's too much. Oh my God, stop. Oh, stop. The devil wants you to think that. As soon as you don't, I promise you, you get ideas. You get messages from God. You get messages from the spirit world. This is exactly how it happens. Man, there's some people on here that don't believe me. But you don't have to not believe me. Examine it for yourself. The next time you feel it, that energy, sit in silence and go into your center. Go into your imagination. Pull up images in your mind. Look at what is being presented to you, because things are going to start being presented to you. Things are going to be presented to you. How are things being presented to you? If it's your imagination, that is called an idea. That's creativity in motion. Creativity is the fuel for the spirit world. But your attention as a human depletes your creativity. When your foot is on the gas of attention, you're using the gas called creativity. You can look at girls shaking their butt, or you can look at men pandering to you, or you can look at all these rage baiting live streams that don't even serve you. They're not serving you. They're destroying you. They're using your creativity. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the live stream. I'm going to stay on and take some questions from anybody in the comment section pertaining to what I spoke about at all. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll stay on for about 5 more minutes. But I hope everything blessed you in a way. Good. I'm glad you are writing on this topic, Bright. If you want a more one-on-one aspect on what creativity is, on your creativity, on you, if you want more like a one-on-one interaction, message me. Okay? Message me. And we'll have a conversation, a video chat. And stay away from the fake pages. I only have this page. But if you don't want to do the one-on-one thing, that's fine. I'm developing an online course. I do have an ebook. It's called A Peace Called Love. It's a foundational introduction to all of everything that I spoke about, plus more. It talks about love, forgiveness, boredom, intuition, spiritual gifts, spirituality, and all this other things. It's called A Peace Called Love. It's in the link in the bio. If you don't want to buy, or if you don't want to join or pay for the one-on-one coaching, that's fine. If you don't want to buy the ebooks, that's fine. You can definitely get all my free content on my TikTok. Okay, all my free content is on my TikTok. Just go, and it's under the life coaching program, or life coach tab at the top. I did just produce 2 more ebooks to my school, my online school. It's not linked in the link tree. The books are not, but my my school is linked in the link tree. The link tree, it's linked in my bio. Just go ahead and click it. But the 2 new ebooks are on breath and spirit. Okay, a little bit about that. Spirit, the word spirit, it means breath. Spirituality is the art of breathing. All things that have life have breath. All things that have spirit have life. All things that have life are spirit. How do I know that? How do I know that all things that have life have spirit? Very good question. The word life, it means spiritual existence imparted by God. When I found that out, my mind was blown. Spiritual existence imparted by God. That's what the word life means. Spiritual existence imparted by God. No, nobody prayed for you. Prayer is an individual thing. Do not ask anybody you are not connected to pray for you. That's a bad practice. Don't do that. You don't know what demons they're dealing with, and they might be able to don't do that. Anyway, so breath, right? If all things that have life have spirit, because life is a spiritual impartation or spiritual existence imparted by God, okay, then all things that have life have breath, because the word spirit means breath. So spirituality is the art of breathing. It's a rhythm. Find a rhythm. If you find a rhythm, you win. You win. That's why we all agreed on what the color blue is, because we all agreed on a type of rhythm. We all agreed on what the sound of a violin is, because we found a rhythm. We all agreed on what a hand is. Excuse me, I just burped. On what a hand is, because we found the rhythm. So all of these things have rhythm. The rhythm is spirituality. But sometimes people are feel blocked. Like your chakras, right? You have 7 main chakras, but I've heard we have like 150 something chakras, right? So how can I say this? How can I say this? Oh, so you will be surprised that your breath, how you breathe, impacts how your emotions exist. Sadness has a pattern of breath. You have to be at the bottom of your lungs, and it's kind of like a very slow well, like that. If you ever notice, if you're sad, you're always down at the bottom. You're right here. You're just, very low. That's why it's called low vibration. Okay? Depression is down there too. It's down there too. But it's not just like a well. Depression is when you're down there and you hold it from time to time. You hold it and then you move up a little bit. You hold it there too. You move it down. You hold it too. But you're still at the bottom of your lungs. And you just are holding your breath on different levels at your lower lungs. That's depression. Okay? Spirituality. Happiness. Okay? People strive to be happy. That's like a fish, like a goldfish fluttering at the very top of a pond. Fluttering across very, very quick, high vibration. It feels pleasant. It's a pleasant feeling. Like when you laugh, right? Genuine laughter. Genuine laughter. You don't laugh from the bottom of your lungs. Every time you laugh, have you ever noticed you have to take a breath in? If you are at the bottom of your lungs, you take a breath, because now you're at the top of your lungs and you go from there. Right? That's laughter. Like laughter is always at the top of your lungs. Happiness is always up there too. That's spirituality. Okay? Now, why am I saying all this? The two new ebooks deal with breath work. They are techniques. I'm giving you two books on breath work techniques. They're really cheap. I think they're like $2.50. So like, consider going to download that and implement those techniques into your life. To your life. Come back to me. Send me an email. Send me a DM. Tell me how you thought about that. Okay, I love to discuss it with you guys. All right. I said I would be on here for 5 more minutes, and I went on here for more than 5 minutes. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on here for 5 minutes or longer than 5 minutes. All right. Any last questions? Does anybody have any last questions? Thank you all for the love, the likes, the shares. Thank you for everything. The gifts. All forgiven. Ashley, whatever. Everybody on YouTube, thanks. I thank you for chiming in. I got 2 folks over there. Nothing but love. Hi and bye, good G Nathan. You came in at the very tail end. But thank you everybody for everything. There's no more questions. And if you didn't know, now you know.